Hi everyone, and welcome to Mama's Soul Food. I hope that you are doing well and having a really good day. It's the full moon and it is the summer solstice. So I hope that you are embracing the energies that these two events are bringing. First of all, it's very rare to have a full moon and the summer solstice happen on the same day. And what I love about this full moon is that it's called the strawberry moon, and I looked up the meaning for it, or the spiritual things to be considering. And the first one was about prosperity, which of course is on everybody's mind, and I'm not just talking about making money. For me, prosperity is all the aspects of the chakra system, which is inside my shirt. The prosperity of every aspect of our being. And wow, golly, it feels so good when you start to tap into that prosperity, because the whole view of money begins to change then. It's almost like when you literally feel your complete prosperity, and when you feel like a billionaire, okay, and you don't have the billionaire money, it's like it doesn't matter, because you just feel like a billionaire. And so if you embody that energy, it doesn't matter. And when you do that, at least for me, it's sort of a feeling like the whole notion of want and desire and needs, it all shifts. Because if there is this total sense of fulfillment already within, I'm not sure what there is to pursue, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Especially since we live in a culture in the United States that is so obsessed with success and money. So the other thing about the full moon I did want to mention is that I keep trying to find the right light, but I don't think it's going to happen, is that it's also has to do with the completion of a cycle, a 6-month cycle. And for me in particular, boy, is that 6 months, the last 6 months have been chomping through a larger cycle. So I just find it very interesting that my larger cycle of moving into my own personal power, and remember, we go through many cycles in life, but the larger cycle of moving into my healing and my power, which actually has been 20-some year cycle. And then you have different cycles within your own journey. It's like, so this last 6 months has really been a beautiful completion, a beautiful, painful completion. Because listen, folks, you're not going to level up. You can't level up until you level out what no longer works for you, right? And that leveling up, it requires us to let go of luggage that can't come along. And that's okay. So think about the last 6 months and how you have been going through a possible cycle. What in particular has been resonating for you over the last 6 months since December? What have you been challenged to realize? What patterns in your thinking and your feelings have you been noticing and wanting to change? And just really take stock of how much you've really done in the last 6 months. I think we're so hard on ourselves sometimes about time. Even I am hard. I woke up yesterday and I thought, oh my goodness, I have so much to do and I'm never going to get it done in my lifetime, and da 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 da. And I just thought, it doesn't matter. Time is time is time is time, and time is actually a man-made thing. Anyways, so think about, these beautiful last 6 months, and even if they have required you to move through periods of pain, whether they be physical, emotional, or spiritual, or even financial, the end of that cycle is here, if you allow it. Now, the thing about cycles is you have to allow change to move forward. So, for example, staying connected to dysfunctional patterns and relationships is a cycle that I had to kind of break over time. Or, not connecting to folks who weren't really available in love or even friendship. And that cycle had to change in me, but I had to let it. I had to see it, and I had to allow the change to unfold in order for new experiences to move into my life. And that isn't bad or sad. It's just the cycle. And if you're interested in leveling up, that is the work, the inner work that has to be done. Now, sometimes we aren't ready. I certainly stayed in cycles for many times because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to move into a new cycle of something new. And that's the nature of cycles. We have to be willing to move through them, self-explore, let go, and open the door to something new. I live in a musical household, meaning it's not unusual for the closest people in my life and I to break out in song. So that's another cycle I want to change. Spontaneous happy, or just more joy. So let's see what the well-being cards have to say today. Lots of good stuff happening in the air. That ridiculous squirrel video I have posted has over 1,000 views. The main event isn't the destination, it's the journey. You did not come forth seeking assignments to complete. You came forth for reasons to flow and to love and enjoy life. Even though you will return home at the end of any vacation, the idea of your holiday is not to complete it as quickly as possible so that you can check it off your list. The idea of your vacation and of this life experience is to have a joyful experience. I love that. The main event isn't the destination, it's the joyous journey. And I know we hear that, but we just don't get affirmed in that very often because most people want to know what you're doing, what you achieved, how much money you're making, how many contacts, did you get the big deal, who are you the winner? It's just so, it's like the destination goal is fine. I mean, I have general destination goals, but I literally am tapping into that joyous part of, okay, I'm in this process and this is part of the process. I'm moving into a new cycle. I'm going to move through the process and just kind of enjoying the process. That kind of chop wood, carry water notion that Buddha suggests, being here in the present moment. That's where life is, right? I don't know if I'm ever going to get to my destinations. I have a feeling they're going to change too. but I'm enjoying. It's like drinking from a fountain, actually. When you learn to enjoy the process, it's like drinking this continuous nourishment of going through learning experiences and taking the next step forward. Anyways, thoughts of the day. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.